Well. well. How's it going? I went to this. Hello, folks. This is the alternative channel, Anti. We went to the Circle K store, which is now everywhere because Circle K has been going around buying up all the other gas station stores. Not my problem, but that's what they're doing. They generally always carry the same stuff. But I went there this morning at 7:30 a.m. Mass. So I got there about 8. Well, let's see. I went to Walmart and bought some lettuce. I checked on their beer supply. They didn't have anything I needed. Then I drove to Circle K on Louisiana Highway 3188. Went to look for their 15 packs of Keystone Ice. They didn't have it. They were sold out. The girl said, and she used to be a student in my class, she said, well, they'll probably come in Monday, tomorrow. And I said, I don't want to wait. So I bought 6 42-ounce bottles of Old English 800, $1.99 a bottle. Not as cheap per ounce, but a good full-bodied beer, a good substitute, although it did cost me more. It would be about $2.25 more per 30 pack. I think if you added that up, I'm not off by much, just doing it in my head. So then today I couldn't wait. I bought this yesterday and I just couldn't wait. I just had to do it. I got the mixed cocktail, MXD, mixed cocktail Margarita with the dog and the sunglasses, aviator sunglasses, and the cocktail and the lime wedge. I just had to do it. I never actually drank a margarita in my life. I think I sipped some from my mother. She was drinking one. I think we were in Tallahassee, Florida one night, went to this campground. And like at the campground, there was like a bar part of the campground. I recall this. It was like a restaurant, maybe affiliated with the campground, or they were leasing their property, whatever. They had a restaurant and a bar. So they wanted my mother got a margarita, big thing, with the big glass and with the salt around the edge and all that business. And I think I remember sipping it. Not like a lot, just let me try some. It's like a snowball, or what they call up north, a snow cone, I think. But seem all right, and now I'm tasting this and all the other ones, those beer-based flavored ales, and they taste very similar to that one that she was drinking. Now, we're at the campground in Tallahassee, Florida, right? 1980. Do you really think they were using the best tequila in that margarita? You know the answer just as well as I know the answer. They were not. They were using what? Moctezuma tequila, which you can get. It's like a cheap brand of tequila, Moctezuma, which I'm not saying Moctezuma's bad. I don't know anything about tequila. Moctezuma might be fine. It's probably been on the market like a lot of these cheap brands. It may have been on the market for 80 years. All right. It's a Sazerac price, but it's probably something like that. And they didn't care. I mean, they drank it, big deal, big deal. Most people in the world, they don't care. Most people in the world don't do beer videos, they just drink stuff and don't care. All right, we have this peculiar occupation, not occupation, a peculiar preoccupation with it. That's what I meant to say. This is 12%. 12%. Oh no. So and it feels like it for sure, but not, you don't taste the booze, the alcohol. It's 24 proof, but it feels strong, like the body's heavy. It just feels like, and you could put this in the freezer, I bet you, for about 6 hours, and it would be like a slush, and it would probably taste better that way. I would imagine that's how those cocktails are. Happy Sunday, my friend, says Craig Swenson. Hey Craig, thanks for watching. Craig Swenson. He's a member of Alcohol Eggs. I asked the guy at the counter, I said, well, see, we don't really have liquor stores in Louisiana. There really isn't any such thing. They have them, but in a practical sense, we don't really have them. We do. But most liquor is purchased at gas stations. So this place, it's called More for Less on US Highway 90, which runs across the whole Gulf Coast of the United States, all the way to like within feet of Mexico. Like literally, it runs like to the Mexican border. But that's neither here nor there. But it starts at the Atlantic coast, and then pretty soon you're in the mountains, these plateaus in the desert, like literally the deserts. It's an interesting change, topography, but with canyons and everything. But I was on the business route in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and I said, let me check this out. You know, what the heck? They had an enormous amount of liquor. I thought, wow, look at this. You know, you can make a career out of this store, a career. And I saw these oddballs on the shelf. I didn't see some of the other regular beers I wanted to find, but it said $1.69, but they had the wrong tag. Like the tag wasn't this name; it was some other product. So I brought it up there and said, "How much these are?" He checked. He said $1.69 each. I said, "I'm buying all four." Okay. He said, "What liquor you want?" I said, "Oh, I just wanted to look at the liquor. I'm not buying any." Well, he like insisted. You know, you want to buy some liquor. I said, I don't want to buy any. I mean, I would buy some if I needed it or wanted it. I don't. So he just said, okay. And he was kind of pushing it, but I wasn't going to buy some because he wanted me to. He was kind of cool, though. And I brought these home and put them right in the fridge. And I just couldn't resist. I was so geared up to try them. I knew what they were. Cheap, inexpensive, you know, no big deal. Produced in the United States for Mark Anthony brand. Same people that make Mike's Harder, Mike's Hard and Mike's Harder and White Claw. I know, you know, they make a lot of mostly canned. Do you get bottles? There are bottles of these products. They're not common, but they exist for various reasons. What about draft? This I don't know, but I wouldn't be totally shocked. I would be pretty shocked. All the local stores are completely out of paper products, but my job, distribution center, okay, has pallets and pallets of toilet paper. Interesting. They're probably holding back. Probably got some government advisory to not sell it all. Let it, like the hysteria, die down, which is interesting since the government created it. The government created the hysteria. And in the media too, for something that's generally like kind of inconsequential. I know people are going to use the Italy example, but I can parry that. I can strongly counter that argument. But I went to stores today and they had toilet paper. It's there. So I wish I owned Georgia Pacific Company or had a lot of stock. Look at that glowing. Look at this. Look at it. It looks like a lightsaber. Look at that. It's glowing. It's really green. If you saw the light shining the other direction, it's greenish, lime green, gray. That's amazing. I'll show you videos on the highway. It seems basement cellars are not common in houses down there. Well, no, they don't have any basements in Louisiana unless you go to Monroe or Ruston or Shreveport, you know, up in the northern part. They have bedrock underneath. We have mud underneath. And so anywhere around here, there's no basements. In Baton Rouge, yes. Now, actually, in New Orleans, there are some basements in New Orleans. True story. But they flood and they get full of water. It's totally uncommon. And if you noticed in the video, and I got a lot more videos coming, the houses are all elevated on stilts like they do in Brunei and Indonesia. And why are all the houses elevated, or most of the houses elevated on stilts? Well, it floods. It floods in that area where Highway 82 is, Louisiana Highway 82. And so the water comes underneath, then it goes away, no problem. Used to be the case in New Orleans. All the houses in New Orleans were built on stilts. People parked their cars, well, carriages, later cars, underneath. But then they built the levee system and the flood walls, and people got a false sense of security, right? Real estate companies started building all their houses on a slab on the ground. Katrina hit, flood, all destroyed. Now, my sister lived on Napoleon Avenue. Guess what? Elevated. She was up in the top. Now, they had closed in the bottom and made an apartment. No big deal. They stripped it all out, renovated it, and started renting it again. But originally, that was a garage. But she lived in the upper part, and of course, it didn't flood. Didn't flood. So, okay. So that's a fascinating drive. It's part of the Creole Trail National Scenic Byway. It's an official road from the United States government. Creole Trail National Scenic Byway, like a tourist road, so to speak. And I drove on it, went to Texas, went driving around Texas a little bit, and came home. Now, it took me 6 hours to get to Texas, but normally, if I was on Interstate 10, not goofing around, driving around, looking at this, looking at that, I'd get there in 3 hours if there's no traffic. But then you're talking about 3.5 hours usually. But coming home, no problem. Across the Texas border into Louisiana, and I was home in the afternoon with hours of daylight to spare. So coming home was a snap. Going there was slow, but I wasn't in a rush. So what difference did it make? I was taking videos and touring, looking around, going to you're going to see the ocean in one video. I know it's the Gulf of Mexico, but you know what? That's part of the ocean, right? Part of the Atlantic Ocean. Right. Very interesting videos I made there, or a video I made there, and some good photos. All right, so that's it. This is an A minus, A 90, but it's very interesting. Not that I would want to drink it, but I'm drinking it. It's too powerful. It'll get me like, what am I saying? What do you? Don't judge me. But that goes with the territory, it's strong like that. Thank you.